Alex Carter grew up in a small town in Ohio, where dreams were often left behind on factory floors and dusty roads. His family lived in a modest two-bedroom house. His father worked double shifts at a steel plant, and his mother managed the home while taking part-time sewing jobs. Life was never luxurious, but it was built on hard work, resilience, and love. Alex was an average student, never the top of the class, but not at the bottom either. He had one thing that set him apart, though: a burning desire to make something extraordinary out of his ordinary life. But reality struck hard during his sophomore year of high school. His father was laid off when the steel plant shut down, and the family's financial stability collapsed overnight. Bills piled up. There were nights when they went to bed hungry, pretending everything was fine. Many kids in his town gave up on their dreams at that point. They settled for low-wage jobs and accepted life as it was. But Alex couldn't accept that fate. He made a promise to himself: "This situation will not define me. I will define my future." He started working part-time at a local diner after school, cleaning tables, washing dishes, and saving every dollar he could. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a start. He spent his nights studying with a relentless focus. While his friends were out partying, Alex was at the public library, soaking up every bit of knowledge he could. He read about entrepreneurship, technology, and personal growth. He watched motivational speeches online, not just for inspiration, but to learn how successful people thought. During his senior year, he discovered his passion for coding. He didn't have a fancy computer or expensive courses, so he taught himself using free online resources. He spent hours after work teaching himself programming languages. Some nights he fell asleep at the diner counter with his laptop open. When he applied to universities, most rejected him because of his average grades. But one small tech college in California saw his potential and offered him a partial scholarship. The rest of the tuition he covered through loans and continuing his part-time work. It wasn't easy. He often felt exhausted, isolated, and overwhelmed. There were moments he wanted to quit, but every time that thought crept in, he remembered his father's tired eyes and his mother's quiet sacrifices that fueled him to keep going. By his second year in college, Alex started freelancing as a programmer. He built websites for local businesses and earned a few $100s a month. Then one day, while working late in the library, he stumbled upon an idea for a mobile app that could help small shops track their inventory using just a smartphone. He had no funding, no team, and no business background, but he had determination. For months, he coded day and night, tested endlessly, and pitched his idea to anyone who would listen. After countless rejections, one angel investor finally believed in him. With that small investment, Alex launched his app. Within a year, the app exploded in popularity among small business owners across the U.S. It was simple, affordable, and exactly what many mom-and-pop shops needed. His company grew rapidly. By the time he graduated, he wasn't looking for a job. He was offering jobs to others. He hired his classmates, expanded his product line, and became a featured speaker at tech conferences. The boy who once scrubbed tables in a diner was now a CEO. But what made Alex truly inspiring wasn't just his financial success. It was his mindset. He never allowed his environment to limit his vision. He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He created opportunities through grit and persistence. He proved that you don't need to be born into privilege to achieve greatness. You need a powerful why, relentless work ethic, and faith in your journey. Years later, when asked about his journey, Alex said, "People think success happens overnight. It doesn't. Success happens in the quiet hours when no one is watching. When you choose discipline over comfort. When you decide to rise even when life knocks you down." His story became a symbol of hope for thousands of young Americans who felt stuck. It reminded them that their current situation doesn't define their future. Their decisions do. Alex Carter didn't just change his life. He changed the narrative for his entire community. No matter how tough your beginnings are, your determination, discipline, and belief in your dreams can rewrite your destiny. Hard times are not the end of your story. They're the foundation of your comeback.